How you doing? You know she heard me or not. You.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. You're a little choppy though. Mika, why I see you twice? You don't know? I'm removing one. I don't hear you though. Oh, that's why I don't hear you. Never mind. There we go.
For shame.
Hold on.
For shame.
Why? Kobe left, not you.
Oh.
That's weird.
I got a Wi-Fi extender just for y'all.
Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to finish up some stuff. And we'll get started in a second. Wait on Kobe to come back. He just died. He just left. Like he don't care about us.
He do care.
He left like he don't care about us.
Four-day weekend.
I know, right? I'm going in on Saturday though. I gotta get this money, man. This money, man. That's you, Kobe?
Yep.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's get this thing started.
Still ain't got a lot of sound though.
You can't hear it?
Oh, and now we're good.
Cooking with grease.
Was it me?
Good. I think it was me.
All right. Let's get this thing designed and then I'm gonna do the top. Yes, indeed. What is up? What is up, my good people? This is Blues House Live, man. Blues House Live. Welcome back, everybody out there, man. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, support, share, hit that notification bell. Do everything that's needed to get this live stream out there. Mika, what's good?
None. Ready for this weekend. That's all I look like. 4-day.
That's right. And the Oscar nominated Kobe. What's up, man?
What's good, y'all?
I'm gonna just put that out there early. You know what I'm saying?
Put it in the universe. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be walking the red carpet one day.
That's what's up. That would be nice.
Indeed, man. Hi, everybody. Well, we didn't do nothing on Monday, right?
Nah.
I was stuck. I wasn't stuck, but I had went to Houston over the weekend and got back to Orlando because that's where I flew back into. Got back to Orlando a little bit late. Couldn't make it here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, should I rush back to try to get for the show? I was like, man, I ain't finna rush, man. I got pulled over or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, won't need that.
I ain't gonna.
I ain't got no bail money for you. That's what I don't got.
At least you don't have the bail money. At least I know if you had it, maybe you might.
Right.
I'll put it on your cash out.
Cash.
Right.
That's right.
Huh?
But yeah, had a good time in Houston, even with the bad news of what happened out there with the Travis Scott concert. You know.
Oh yeah.
That was so you know, condolences to all of those families and friends who I think it was nine fatalities out there, and you know, a lot of other people hurt. Yeah, it was wild.
One of them was like a kid, like a little kid.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, like I said, condolences to them. You know what I'm saying. Thoughts and prayers. And but yeah, I had fun or whatever. It was cool. It was real cool. But what about y'all, man? What y'all did over the weekend? No, nothing.
I mean, we
regular mommy stuff, okay?
Right.
Regular mommy stuff.
Right.
Me and IKEA got a strong relationship now. Oh wait, we already had that relationship. We have a stronger relationship now.
Right.
Okay. So you know what we doing? I do want to get into we just gonna start off. We're gonna start off with the Eternal stuff, but there's some other stuff going on with like the Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on with that.
That I want to talk about. So this might be a pretty big show, man. As far as the things that we will be talking about. And my bad, I'm just over here trying to finish up these slides. But yeah, Kobe, you good on Talking Eternals? I know you haven't had a chance to see it because you know what I'm saying, you out here globe trotting and awards and
we
stuff.
doing our fizzle. Yeah. Don't forget about the small people.
I don't already I don't looked at some reviews and stuff like that. I'm still gonna check it out. It's been crazy the last few days.
Yeah, I get that. And Mika, you saw it, right?
Of course I did.
Okay. Cool beans.
The only showing late at 8:00 at night. The only showing.
8:00. So lit it on what's today? You went today? Yesterday?
No, I went last night.
Last night?
They had some early. They had like 3:00, 4:00, but I was at work. The late show, the only late show they had was 8:00. Oh, and the Magic Johnson Theater in Maryland. Yeah, y'all been to Regency's movie theater?
Yeah.
Take that in like the worst. Oh,
it's just Epic Theaters, right?
I don't know. I just know it's called the Magic Johnson Theater, but that bathroom looked like a crime scene. And no.
That shit always reminds me of the Proud Family, the Magic Johnson Theater.
Right. And you know it's his because there's a whole mural on the wall with him and some kids like painting. They're like, I'm like, oh no. So yeah.
That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, Magic Johnson Theater. I won't be back.
I feel
no time. I'll go on the bougie side of town. Thought she was bougie.
Nothing wrong with that. So Mika, I'm gonna let you start, man, with this Eternals.
Do you want my overall opinion on the movie? Good. Okay.
Do what you do.
Hop to it, right?
So because I am not disclaimer for anybody who's new to the show, who hasn't watched the show before, who doesn't know, I am not a Marvel super fan. I've never read the comics, none of that. I came into the MCU late. Hush, Blue. I I came into the MCU late, so this is just my opinion, and my opinion only. All right, so
Don't drag her, y'all. Don't drag her.
I personally like this movie. Being that I know nothing about the Eternals. I like the fact that they kind of gave a little bit of a backstory to how they ended up on Earth and how long they've been on Earth. Because I remember the last time we talked, I was like, are we going to get a backstory movie on these individuals? And they gave it to us in 2.5 hours. We were able to do time jumps, flashbacks, why they were there, what was their mission. I like the movie because I like the somewhat of the action that was in it. When they were fighting the deviants, I thought that was pretty dope. But like my favorite Eternal was Makari. I think that's her name. She's the one that did sign language.
Yes,
because she was a badass. I mean, she's my favorite Eternal. I thought that Icarus was an asshole. I wanted to throat punch him in the jaw. I didn't too much care for the Eternal that could control people with his mind. Yeah, I didn't care too much for him either, and I definitely didn't care for Sprite either. Like I wanted to come down on that forehead. But overall, I mean, if I liked it, I liked the movie because it wasn't like any other Marvel movie where we got a complete backstory. We got backstories in other movies. It wasn't, hey, here. I mean, except for not even Guardians of the Galaxy. We didn't know what was. I mean, no, kind of with Guardians of the Galaxy, we did get a backstory. He was just kidnapped, but we didn't know the whole gist of it until the second one. So,
right.
Yeah, I like the movie. It was good. There were some things that I was like, okay, I don't understand this part. Like the whole thing with the deviant changing. Like right. I didn't understand that. Like I was like, I'm confused. Like so he gets their powers and then he becomes human. I don't got it. So
I help you off with
But yeah, overall, I liked the movie. I mean, I didn't think it was boring. It kept my attention. I mean, I took my kid to go see it too. Now she wants to learn sign language.
That's good, man. That's
pretty cool.
I've been seeing a lot of that. It was an article that came out that said a lot of people are now intrigued. You know what I'm saying? And want to learn. Because I think she was an American Sign Language. Mm-hmm. They want to learn. You know what I'm saying? Well, just sign language. They want to learn.
She could read lips, but she signed most of the movie. So,
not to cut you off, she's definitely like.
Yes.
And even seeing her on Walking Dead, I never even really, I thought she was just playing that character. I just thought she was that character on Walking Dead, and then to find out that
right
into Eternals. You know
yes.
what I'm saying? That's dope. I like that they did that. My bad. You go ahead.
No, I did. That was it. That's all I had to say. I enjoyed the movie. Again, I'm not a diehard, Marvel fan, and I can't quote, where this is going. I did. Okay, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I did like the end credit and the post credit. Well, the post credit scene. I'm not too the mid credit scenes. I should say the mid scene. I'm not too about that because I'm like I don't know what this means. But the end credit, I was like, yo, is that who I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about the end credit. I don't know about that.
The mid credit. once I explain it to you, you'll probably get excited.
I just know that somebody that was related to somebody else just showed up, and the dude ain't purple.
Yeah.
Was the Eros? Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So, hold on, because I'm about to.
Oh, Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that was It was. I run a quick synopsis on Shit, hold on, let me bring it up because I actually wrote some stuff down.
Okay.
I didn't take notes during the movie like you did. I'm sorry. It was dark in there. Sorry. I'm going off memory.
I had if I could find it. When did I save it to my phone? Give me 1 second, but
take your time.
No, I'll keep going though. But I thought the movie was, and I kind of figured, you know what I'm saying? They always do that with the critics, right? And it could have been a ploy, man. This could have been a, you know what I'm saying, something just to build steam, to get some people talking about this, because the whole thing about the Eternals is, especially when it comes to Marvel, whether it's the MCU or the comics, there's really no need for them. You know what I'm saying? There's really no need for the Eternals. They, you know what I'm saying? If they're there to protect the Earth, you know what I'm saying? It end all be all. The X-Men are stronger than the Eternals, if you think about it. You know, Fantastic Four, Avengers. You got all these other teams or other beings that either are equal to or on par with what the Eternals can do. You know what I'm saying? So they're kind of like redundant in the sense of, oh, we're here to protect the humans. You know what I'm saying? So I think the thing too with the Eternals was there's a lot of confusion involved. A lot of people didn't know about the Eternals. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about the Eternals. You know what I'm saying? Which I always looked at as, I thought it was a good thing that a lot of people didn't. Because, you know what I'm saying? Now you're going into it blind. You're going into it without the expectation of going into, like, per se, a movie that's, or a sequel like Guardians 3. Or look at the hype of this Spider-Man movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, once you go into a movie and you got certain expectations for it, you know what I'm saying, it can fail. I mean,
you critique it harder.
Yeah, you critique it harder. And I just think the critics, I think they was in cahoots with the studios. You know what I'm saying? Too. Right. Because you see where it stopped at. It stopped at 50%, right? Which means that 50% of the critics liked it, 50% didn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's half and half. So that's like, okay, yeah, we got a rotten score. You know what I'm saying, on Rotten Tomatoes, but it's really divisive because 50% liked it, 50% didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like that. But then also, I think maybe some of the critics, that was their actual critique was that they didn't like the movie. You know what I'm saying? I think some of them actually did not like the movie because it wasn't that MCU. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that MCU film. You know what I'm saying? It went against everything Marvel this film did. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, I even talked about how a lot of people said that it was of a Zack Snyder film. You know what I'm saying? Because of not just the color palette, but even look at the costumes. You can tell how they act, stuff like that. And then come to find out, Chloe Zhao, who directed the film, said that Zack Snyder is a big influence on, you know what I'm saying, the way that she does film. So, you know what I'm saying, you get things like that. But overall, I enjoyed the movie, and I can't find my damn when I wrote. I don't know why I can't find it. But I really enjoyed the movie, and I think I put it's a top 10 MCU. Top 10. If I go back and watch it, I might be able to move it up a couple notches. But it's top 10 for me. You know what I'm saying? But I do have questions.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions. Answer my first one.
I do have questions. Okay, I'll let you get into it first. Go ahead. I'll let you ask your questions. Maybe in the midst of you asking my questions, we answer these questions together.
So again, are we giving spoilers?
Spoiler.
Okay.
Spoiler. I'm gonna watch it regardless.
I I mean, there's probably other people that's watching this show that probably haven't seen it. I want to spoil it
Oh,
for them completely.
If it ain't been spoiled for them yet,
Right.
if anybody that watches this show
do.
watches
I do.
YouTube, it'll be spoiled for them already.
True. This is true.
Yeah.
It's coming. Okay. If you don't want to watch it, back out. You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Right.
All right. So, is it Celestials that created the Eternals and the Deviants, right?
Right.
So they created the Deviants first because they wanted to be able to control whatever planet, to do away with whatever life was on there. But the Deviants decided, like, the Deviants were originally not the predators, but they became the predators, and then they started going after humans.
Correct.
So the Celestials created the Eternals so that they could fight the Deviants to try to basically wrangle them in. Here's my question, because I'm confused about this part. When Icarus knew that the Deviants were thawing out, basically, why was there one that was like more superior than the rest of them?
What you mean, the Eternal?
No, the Deviants. Like, why was that one?
Because, okay. All right, so in the comics, the Deviant, because this is what I hate that they did in writing this story. They got away so far away from like the source material and everything like that it messes the story up. That's why you're confused. Okay. So let's start with the hierarchy: Celestials, Deviants, Eternals, humans. So the Celestials came about and they created or they experimented on proto-humans. Humans was already on Earth. They experimented on proto-humans. These humans, out of these proto-humans that they experimented on, came about Eternals and Deviants, right? The Deviants came first. If I want to say the Deviants came first. They were bad. Didn't do right. We're out here, you know what I'm saying, harming human beings, because the whole thing was for human being. It's a big experiment. See, they changed it from the Eternals the Celestials coming to Earth and just doing a big experiment to it's a seed and we got to have
X amount of human or life on this planet before this Celestial is born.
To me, they should have stuck to the Celestials being just strictly like on scientific, you know what I'm saying, and experiment on humans to create the Deviants, the Eternals, and stuff like that. It would have made more sense to the regular fans, right? So you have the Deviants. The Deviants, the reason why they messed up and look all ugly is because during that experiment, they messed up, and that's how you get Deviants. You know what I'm saying? And Deviants like, we out here looking ugly. You know what I'm saying? And we this, that, and the third. So they started hunting humans. So the Eternals was like, the Celestials was like, we can't do that. We make Eternals. The Eternals is kind of like angels. You know what I'm saying? And that's showing up in all these, with these mythical names and stuff like that, because they were created to kind of govern, what was going on in the world at that time. So, you know what I'm saying? They fight Deviants. But then at the same time, they did a third experiment on human beings. That experiment lay dormant. You know what I'm saying? It lay dormant.
You talking about the Deviants that thawed out?
No, humans, regular humans. Celestial, because remember, in the canon, the original comic, and this is why I say it would make it way easier to understand than the way that they did with the Eternals, because. And I'm gonna wrap it around too, because you talked about Eros, Harry Styles character of Eros. A lot of people were scratching their head like, "Hey, they robots?" But
that's another thing. What?
They've to me, and I told this to Kobe when we found out that they were planning on to be robots when that came out. They painted themselves into a corner if they're going to be bringing Eros in and have him as Thanos' brother and stuff like that. Now you have these synthetic beings out here procreate. right? Which
Right.
makes no sense whatsoever, right? They had the sex scene in the movie, no sense whatsoever, correct? You know what I'm saying? It's
They
like,
shouldn't even have body parts like that.
right, like because okay, it's the question of like Sprite asking the question that she had, why did the Celestial make me like this? Why did fuck, I forgot the Celestial
Aaron.
name.
Aaron, is it Aaron?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
I, let me bring up because their names get so fucking confusing. But you know what I'm saying? She asking why was I created like this, and you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She don't have no answer. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's stupid because robots don't procreate, right?
Mm-mm.
You have Eros shows up during that mid-credit scene. He's Thanos' brother. Is Thanos a robot? Is you know what I'm saying? If you would have stuck to the comic story and just changed up a couple things, it would have been way easier to understand. You didn't need to turn the Eternals into robots. I don't know why that happened. There was no need to do that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? All you had to do was you have these all-powerful beings, the Celestials. They made offshoots of themselves, the Eternals, who live forever. I don't see why that's so hard to understand when we already have Thor who lives forever, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it made no sense to make them robots at all. At all. You know what I'm saying? Back to your question of the deviant being why you had this main deviant. Well, they took a character, a deviant character that who was in love. Athena and this deviant were in love. You know what I'm saying? Athena is one of the Eternals who said, "Nah, we shouldn't kill the deviants. I'm cool with the deviants." All the other Eternals, it's on sight. As soon as they see a deviant, it's on sight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Athena was in love with Crow. That's who that deviant was. So to me, this
Oh.
was just either it was leftover writing from a previous script and they just kept some of this in. You know what I'm saying? Because we really didn't even need him in this film. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It made to me it made it more complicated, like and a little bit more it made it confusing. Like I can understand like the deviant and I guess this is my whole thing and why I still like the movie, but I still had questions. I'm like, what do the deviants want? Do they want this celestial to be born or do they not? Because if you kill off the Eternals, this celestial is going to be born and y'all going to die anyway.
Right. Right. They and it's weird, right? Because I'm in the same boat you are. I think this is one of like I said, top 10, one of the better MCU movies, especially the past 3 that we've gotten with Black Widow and Shang-Chi. I think Shang-Chi slightly edges this one out, you know what I'm saying? But the questions that come from this, I look at it, I don't know if it's either a good thing or a bad thing, the questions that we're getting from this, you know what I'm saying? Because it opens your mind, it gets you to thinking, it gets you to go maybe do a little research on some of these characters and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's if you're a regular Joe, it's confusing the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, you know what I'm saying, majority of the lore, but I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait, why even go this route? Why, like I said, why make them robots? Why make it was Arishem, that's his name. Why make Arishem do what he do on that level? You know what I'm saying? It's certain things. QA wasn't involved. It was some things that got over QA. You know what I'm saying? Quality control was like, oh, okay, I like that. And they did a port. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't come and really grade the film the way that they probably should have graded the film. You know what I'm saying? When
Fair enough.
Checking the quality. Not saying that it was bad, but it was just like, we don't need Crow in here. Crow, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's cool. I know you just needed cannon fodder for the Eternals to fight. I get that.
Right.
But there
Needed
was
a heel.
Yeah, but in the you know, in the turn of things, he ain't even a big bad. He's not the bad guy. He's not the bad guy.
Right.
He just wanted to survive. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he just because the deviants or majority of the deviants, that's all they want to do. They just want to survive. They're not out trying to kill, maim, and stuff like that. After a while, they came to a point where, man, we just trying out here, just kick it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They live, matter of fact, they live underground now. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, they live underground, deviant cat, and they hardly show themselves. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But yeah, it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I can answer that question, man. You got any others? I know you got a couple.
What was Kingo?
Okay.
Why? Why? Like he
Why
would
was-
like why? Where did he go? Like after why didn't they show us? Why didn't they show a little beam of light coming from wherever he decided to travel to when they all started floating in the air?
I think they should have. I do think that they should have showed him participating in the Unimind.
Mm-hmm.
Why
They
he ran?
didn't.
I don't think he should have ran away. I think maybe he should have maybe showed up late or whatever. He was because he's what you got 1, 2, 3 because they messed up a lot of these characters' powers, but it was only a couple of them that had actual offensive powers. Him being one.
Mm-hmm.
And his reason for just dipping out made no because he had more ties other than Cersei. He had more human ties than anybody. You know
Right,
what I'm
because
saying?
he's a movie producer.
And act right. You know what I'm saying? Had his whole homeboy following him around to the ends of the earth. And he was
Hilarious.
right. And that character, you know what I'm saying? The character of Kingo was dope. I think he was a scene stealer. The kind of the glue that kept, you know what I'm saying, the movie moving along was him. But then, like you said, once you diagnose his character and you put the microscope on him a little bit, it's like, nigga, why you ran away? You know what I'm saying?
No, but I get why he did it. He did it because he's like, we can't defeat Icarus. Icarus is stronger than all of us.
He was scared.
He was scared, right? So
they just I don't know, man.
He honestly wasn't needed, but he provided, like, I know a lot of people were like, this movie didn't have the Marvel, the comedy that, the funny scenes that you normally get in a Marvel movie. He was the comic relief in this movie.
I thought it had more than enough of the comic relief that a normal Marvel movie does. Especially like you said, him being that, other than Phastos. Where's Phastos? And I hated his character. I didn't hate Phastos in general, but I hated his character.
Good. I know what you're gonna say.
I hated it. And it's it is because of that. And you know what I'm saying? Because they pushed it, it's like they tried to make it so
blatant.
You know what I'm saying? Like he gave up on humanity, and then how he found love back was, you know what I'm saying? And this is, I'm not trying to sound, and I hope that community don't take it this way, but it just seems like I had to throw this up in your face. He loses because I don't think nobody looked at it the way I looked at it. Black man loses faith in humanity. Only way he finds his love back for humanity is with a homosexual partner, right? Why? I don't get that. What was he? And I get, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, because when I think of an immortal being or something like that, I'm pretty sure you done dabbled in all types of sexual acts, right?
I mean, they've been on there for like 700 years.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not the sense of him being a homosexual, him being bisexual, him whatever he is, but and then you know how they did close up of the kiss and all this. It's like none of that was needed to showcase his character, and then it made him, even though he kind of redeemed himself at the end with the Icarus fight, he was too soft. And if the Phastos from the comics is not like that. He's not a soft teddy bear. You know what I'm saying? He's calculating. He does things for. If he would have lost faith in humanity, he would have figured out a way to interfere without interfering. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because he's the smart guy.
Right.
He's the smart guy. He's not just, he's a tech genius. No, he's the thinker. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is, each character of the Eternals plays a part. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Each one has a piece of, if you want to say, a piece of humanity in him. He was the thing. Thena was the warrior. You know what I'm saying? You had the comedian in Kinko, the one who wanted all the attention. Makari was the meticulous, you know what I'm saying? I need to know everything so I could, because she's really, which they didn't showcase, she's more like the communicator, the messenger. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying? If you look at their names, Gilgamesh, if you know the story of Gilgamesh, you know what I'm saying? That's where he gets his name from. Thena, they talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Drop the A. It's not Athena.
It's not Athena. It's Thena.
But her name comes from being a warrior goddess. You know what I'm saying? Icarus, you know, flying too close to the sun. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about Rita, and you called him an asshole, think about the way he acted. He acted like he had this sense of privilege, right? That's how
he was supposed to be the leader.
Right.
Yeah.
Why the lead? I should be the leader.
I should be the. I did like the Superman joke though.
Whatever. Whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like every one of them. Makari, which is really Mercury. Mercury was Hermes.
Yeah.
A speedster. You know what I'm saying? So all of these Eternals, they play a role in mythology, even in human mythology. You know what I'm saying? It's a history lesson there in all of that. But I don't know, the way that I just don't like that they portrayed Phastos, and it's not an anti-gay sentiment or anti-homo. I just don't like the way that they portrayed him as a gay black man, right? I think that would be the proper way to say it. I think they could have done this better. I put it to you that way. You know what I'm saying? Since you wanted to concentrate on his sexuality, I think you could have done it better. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of making him they made him docile, they made him domesticated. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this is the dude who I know he gave up on humanity, but nah. This you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not gonna quit trying to figure shit out, because that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's the tinkerer. He gonna figure some shit out. And I just didn't like that. I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But no, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Henry, what his name is?
Brian Tyree.
No disrespect to him. He gave it his all. You know what I'm saying? He put on a dope performance. It's just, I thought it was just written poorly. It could have been written better. And I wanna, if any people of that community is watching, I want to know, how do you feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Did you think that he portrayed this character well? And look at the whole totality of it. If you was this being who been on Earth for 7,000 years or something like that, you know what I'm saying? How would you step into homosexuality or bisexuality or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from that point of view. But other than that, had no problem. This is my girl right here, man. I found me a new crush. Wow. Found me a new crush, man.
Not a new crush, Jesus.
And this was, and it's crazy because she didn't have the most screen time, you know what I'm saying? But to me, when she was in a scene, she was there and you felt it, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, the fight with Icarus, oh man, Flash who? You know what I'm saying? Flash who?
Right.
These y'all better, I hope y'all watching this shit. Remember I said DC dropped the ball and let Marvel come out with this Eternals movie first. They dropped the ball, man. They dropped the ball. This is I can't even respect Flash no more, man.
That's so disrespectful.
That's so
disrespectful.
This Flash movie better show me something, because man, and they did this effortlessly. Like even, you know what I'm saying, all the special effects was like, it was simple, but it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was simple, but it was a lot. It was good, man. It was good. But you got any other questions?
I'm gonna just hold off and I'm gonna let Cole get in on this a little bit.
Okay. So I guess my question is like I said, I'm gonna watch regardless. What implications does this have going towards the MCU going forward?
Okay. A lot, and a lot of people, and I think that's another thing too. A lot of people are confused at and like you said, the implications. What did this mean for the MCU going forward? It has a lot. We get Arrow showing up, post credit scene, on the search for new Eternals. You know what I'm saying? Because it is more Eternals out there. You know what I'm saying? The Earthbound Eternals. Like I can go in on the history, but I'm not gonna do that. But so you got more Eternals out there. That's gonna play a big role. You have the Black Knight's role in it. You have, and this is what I don't think you probably witnessed or understood, Mika, was the Ebony Blade. So in that post-credit scene, you know what I'm saying, the Blade shows up and then Blade shows up. That was that voice.
Yeah, no, I had looked it up because I was like, who is that talking to him? And I looked it up and I was like, oh snap, it's Blade.
Yes. As soon as I heard it, I said, oh, that's a black man. Oh, that's
I knew it was a black man. I just didn't know what black man.
No, I said that sounds like Mahershala Ali right there. You know what I'm saying? And I said, oh shit, that's Blade. And then the very next day I read the article that said that Zoe Chow said, or Chloe Zhao, I'm sorry, said that yep, that's Blade. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit. So we have those things
go down.
Right. But if you're talking about just the movie in general, it opened up. Let me see what it opened up, because the post credit probably pushed more for what's in store for Marvel than anything. I mean, you got Tiamat out there just chilling, all marbled up. You know what I'm saying? The sleeping Celestial. But I don't know how big of a role that's going to play going forward. I don't know if people are going to talk about it. If I don't know. I really don't know when it comes to the actual movie. You know what I'm saying? The things that happen in the actual film. I don't know if it pushed anything forward. We didn't get any. If anything, it asked more questions. This is my question. Not to cut in line, Kobe, but my question is, can we get a real explanation of what a Celestial is? Right? They gave us Ego in Guardians of the Galaxy. Said he was a Celestial. That pissed me all the way off when that happened. I know a lot of people probably didn't even understand that, but I knew, okay, you making Ego a Celestial makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Didn't make sense. Then you had Peter Quill being the son of a Celestial. I was like, oh, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? So now a lot of people are asking the question, well, where does this leave Ego? Where does this leave Peter Quill? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being a Celestial, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all remember, Ego said he had dropped an Earth seed into Earth or some shit like that. People asking questions. Well, is he the one who sent the seed? You know what I'm saying? And that's where Tiamat comes from. Does he come from Ego? Is that what it is? You know what I'm saying? And if he knew that, why is he still trying to date Earth women and you know what I'm saying, get like it's all of these questions surrounding this stuff. But then that wouldn't make sense, because in the beginning of the film they explained about the seed, right?
Yep.
Ego was not mentioned, wasn't shown. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what Celestial, what was the first Celestial, the blue guy. Hold on, I want to see which one it was. I got the names.
I kind of have a theory about that Celestial thing.
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like that's a lot. We're going to see a lot of Celestial, and I guess not necessarily backstory, but we're going to get a little bit more into those characters. I feel like in Thor 4, because we're talking about Gore and him killing gods. They're making Celestials out to be gods.
Right.
And that's the thing. If he's going to carry the Necro Sword, we already know that, and they showed us in the first Guardians of the Galaxy that shit will kill a Celestial, because they had nowhere.
Right. which
You know what I'm
is
saying?
which is
The head of a
the head of
celestial.
Celestial that Noah actually cut off
Right. With the Necrosword.
with the Necrosword. Right.
Right. So I feel like that's going to be kind of where that story kind of pushes. That's the next time we'll see Celestials, and that'll be pushed
Mhm.
more in that scene, in that movie, which comes out next year.
Right.
It comes out in, no, they pushed it, didn't they? It was coming out in May, but now
No,
Doctor.
everything's been pushed back. Only thing that's I think is still on the slate is Doctor Strange.
No, it got pushed back to
No,
May
yeah, you're right. That did get pushed back.
because it was March.
Hmm.
I think the only thing that didn't get pushed back was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And that actually it did. It got pushed to 2023.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
I think Thor comes out in June or July.
Yeah. Thor got pushed back.
Yep. Because it was May.
Okay. Yeah. Man, look. either way though, shit.
That's an easy connection for them to make.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm with it, man. I like that. I like that theory.
I just think, like I said, I think that's an easy connection for them to make because, like you say, they're not showing. They gave us Celestials in the movie, but didn't really give a whole lot of backstory about why, you know what I'm saying, they did some of the things that they did. That just makes sense. They have to explain that somehow because I feel like that's going to be kind of the trend going forward, especially if they're going to have cosmic level threats like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have, you know what I'm saying, I guess a counterbalance to that.
That counterbalance, yeah. No, I could see Galactus being a counterbalance.
Yeah, no doubt. I expect that to happen pretty soon.
Cause see that, and I kind of not getting away from the Eternals, but how I'm looking at it. Okay, you got the Eternals going around doing the dumb shit that they did in this movie.
Right.
It wasn't dumb. It was just the way, you know, could have been a little bit better. But
You said it right. It was dumb.
I think you have Galactus come in and he's like, nah, y'all not finna just go around destroying, you know what I'm saying, destroying these worlds. And he eats celestial energy before it's born.
Right.
If you get what I'm saying. So that would be a way to explain the coming of Galactus. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Tiamat not emerging. So that energy is still in Earth. You know what I'm saying? Galactus shows up or can show up or whatever, and he will end up draining the energy from the sleeping celestial. To me, I can see that way. That's the way that they bring Galactus in. But I think it'll be long drawn out. I think we'll get probably more Silver Surfer first.
Yep.
Or more or
as a herald.
Right. Bad guy as a herald who ends up, you know what I'm saying, like he does, turning on Galactus or whatever, or figuring out a way to stop Galactus. But yeah, this story, and as good as this film is, it's convoluted. It's real convoluted. Like me and Mika said, the deviants didn't need to be there. I thought that they needed to explain the Celestials just a little bit more. I don't really care about them explaining the Eternals because I just looked at them like, okay, these
robots.
I don't think they should have been robots, but I just look at it like, you know, the Celestial made some beings. We call it if the Celestials are godlike, God tier, or the equivalent of gods, them making some beings, I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a big explanation on that. You know what I'm saying? If people can believe in the Bible, they should be, you know, this story shouldn't be far-fetched of Celestials making people, right? That shouldn't be far-fetched. So, but to turn them into robots, I just thought was ignorant to me of the source material. You know what I'm saying? Should have just kept it the way it was. But I guess Well, Kobe, you got any other thing before because I got questions. I can,
Go ahead. Yeah.
I can ramble on. So I was listening to on Twitter, they got the rooms or whatever. So I was in I think it was IGN. It was one of those. But a lot of the pundits in there, they had some questions, and I was like, damn, I never thought about that. But a lot of and I keep on bringing up confusion and saying that word because a lot of these people just seem confused when where to put this film at in regards to the MCU, the Disney Plus shows, and the phases that we got going forward.
Right.
Because of the questions that it's making people ask. What the hell is up with Thanos having a brother? Where's his dad at? How did his dad have kids if he's a robot? What is going on? So
I think ain't got no daddy.
Right. I think that's the main confusion of, what I'm saying, of a lot of people and what they pulled from this movie. I think a lot of people's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to Thanos. So Thanos is the Eternal, but why does he look like that? You know what I'm saying? Why? Now I know why he looks like that, but if they're veering, because they're veering away from the comics. If they're veering away from the comics the way that they're doing, then what the fuck is Thanos? What is Eros? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to explain this shit. Like, you have to explain it because, like I said, I'm cool with the Celestials making the Eternals, but now you take it that next extra step, then we have to step back and say, "Whoa, dog! You just said they was robots."
Right.
You just said they was robots. Which one is it? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a synthetic being, because that's what they use, that's the word they use. Oh, we're synthetic beings, and then I think Kingo said, "Oh, we're robots" or some shit like that. If you're robots, synthetic beings or whatever, then you shouldn't be able to procreate. You shouldn't be able to have kids, and that's it. To me, you know what I'm saying? You have one purpose. You serve your purpose, which they kind of played on. You serve your purpose. We reset you, we take you to another planet, and boom, you start all over again. You know what I'm saying? But then, like Sprite asked, why make me a fucking kid? Why make everybody else adults, but then make me a kid?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? They should have explained that. You know what I'm saying? Because in the comics, I think it was a curse put on her that every time, it was a curse placed on Sprite. Every time he died, he would come back young, or he would come back in that same small ass body. You know what I'm saying? Because he played a trick on Icarus, and I think it was either Phastos or Cersei did something that made him stay the way that he was. You know what I'm saying? They should have played on that, or maybe they will play on that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could fly. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand how only Icarus could fly. And why, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gave Icarus all these powers and everybody else was stuck with, oh, I can fuck with mines. I'm fast. Oh, I can turn water into wine and
water into trees.
You know what I'm saying? Athena makes weapons. Gilgamesh punches shit, and Kingo shoots bullets.
And Sprite can make multiple things show up. That's it. Or make herself disappear.
Sprite is Loki. That's all.
Basically, yes. Right.
Sprite is the equivalent of Loki. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that. That's, to me, I didn't understand that. I know you should have a base power set. If I'm making it turn, I have a base power set. Everybody flies, everybody's strong, everybody does this. Okay. Icarus, your power set is you shoot laser beams. You know what I'm saying? That's what differentiates you. Cersei, you turn, like I said, water into wine. Ajax, since you're the prime eternal, you communicate with the Celestials. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And honestly, Gilgamesh, I know Icarus is the guy that they've had plastered, and they make him seem like he's the Superman character and all powerful. Gilgamesh is actually the strongest Eternal, not Icarus. And Icarus is actually scared of Gilgamesh.
But he wasn't chosen.
Right, he wasn't chosen.
He wasn't chosen.
But it's just a confusing. Like I said, as great as it is, and man, I need my damn list that I put out.
The other thing that I found confusing was the whole Athena, madness thing when she started attacking the other Eternals, and I'm like, okay, like, did we just throw this in there just to throw it? I mean, I get why she was going mad, was because during the last reset, her reset aired out. So she had all of the memories from the previous,
right,
the previous area they were in, and she was like trying to kill them off so that I don't understand. Why did she try to kill them off? If she killed them off, the Celestial would still be born and she would have died anyway.
Well, she was, because the Mad Riri is a thing in the comics also. They just go mad. And that's when, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't her, it was actually Sprite who had it. The Mad Riri. Sprite actually had it. They gave it to Athena. If I remember correctly. And but yeah, that's an actual thing, you know what I'm saying? And I think they just wanted to do that because they needed to give Angelina Jolie some
screen time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They just need to give her, because you already have Icarus as the multi-purpose Eternal. You know what I'm saying? If they would have, they would have had to have, if they would have made Angelina Jolie just be herself, she wouldn't have been able to act. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say she's the best actor out of those, but she's, you know what I'm saying, upper echelon. She needed some face movement. She needed, you know what I'm saying, to show
some
her
tears and to show the range.
But other than that, they didn't even need to bring up the Mad River. They just could have had them do what they, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that's people not understanding the Eternals, because like I said, it's even in the comics, it's really hard to understand them because they're not really needed. What's more important with their story is the things that come from the Celestials. You get Apocalypse from the Celestials. You get who else? I know I'm missing somebody. I just had it up too. We'll go down this line real quick. Just a lot of the things that they do, you know, celestial tech. Actually, Tiamat plays a big role in, which is that was the celestial that came out of the earth. He plays a big role. You know what I'm saying? He plays a big role in what's going on, because he actually comes out. He was already up under the mountains, Northern California mountains, and the earthquake happened, and that was what woke him up. You know what I'm saying? Or breached his chamber or whatever, because he was a renegade. Arishem was about to destroy the earth, and Tiamat was like, "Hold on, bro, I don't think we ready to go there yet." You know what I'm saying? And so he was ready to take Arishem out. They all attacked him, and they bonded him to the earth. So he ended up under a mound in California. Earthquake happened, his mound broke. The Eternals tried to close it. I think they ended up sealing it, took his essence and put it into a vial or some shit like that. It's crazy. But when he finally wakes up and he just stands in the bay, San Francisco, you know what I'm saying, in the San Francisco Bay, just standing there. He just stood there for years, you know what I'm saying? And that's why they called him the Dreamer Celestial, because he just stood there for years. I forgot what happened, but people started using bits and pieces of his body for certain technologies and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And when he finally did awaken, he told the other Celestials, like, you know, Earth, nah, I got Earth, you know what I'm saying? We cool. And I like Earth. Y'all ain't gonna fuck with Earth. So that was that, you know what I'm saying? But the beyond, like, it's a lot of things we didn't date. What they should have did was, and not to
Origin story.
Well, no, not to get away from the Eternals, but it should have been the Celestials. They should have gave us a Celestials movie. Because then they could have, we could have had the Eternals or whatever, but I think the Celestials is more of the important pieces going forward than the Eternals. Because no Eternal, even in the MCU, no other than Cersei, maybe Eros, because those were the only two that were actual Avengers, and they didn't last that long. You know what I'm saying? None of them are important. None of them. You know what I'm saying? That was some shit Jack Kirby did to get back at DC. That's all that was. That was just some, you know what, DC, y'all screwed me over with this New God shit. I'm finna go back over to Marvel and I'm gonna make my own, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do another New Gods, but I'm gonna call them Eternals and Celestials or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So and basically that's why when what it was last week or the week before last, I said that they were just bootleg Jack Kirby characters. You know what I'm saying? That's all they were. Bootleg leftover Jack Kirby characters, and that's why they really got no play in the MCU, or not the MCU, but in the book side of Marvel. They didn't get no play. Still don't. It's a story going on right now, which is a decent story, but it's only decent because Thanos is in it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why the storyline is decent, because it's a storyline involving Thanos.
Makes sense.
Yep.
You know, give me more Celestials explain, and that's why I keep saying I need Celestial explanation, because it's some goofy shit going on.
I can understand that.
I need to know why Arishem is so mad. I need to know, you know what I'm saying? Even the whole thing, like, what did they say, Mika? If they stop Tiamat from being born, then he won't be able to go out and make another world. Right,
like he wouldn't be able to make other worlds for basically for them to destroy. Like,
right.
What?
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. That made no sense whatsoever. That's why I think they should have stuck with the Celestials being the scientists of the universe, because that's what they are. They are the scientists of the universe. Just stick with that shit.
No, that was my other question. I'm like, so we put Celestials on these other worlds that you created just to destroy that world and create more worlds.
But no, think about it.
And to get another Celestial. To create more worlds.
To get another Celestial.
To get another one.
But I can make robots that can have sex and procreate on their own. Get the fuck out of here. Why I can't procreate with another Celestial and just make another Celestial. You know what I'm saying?
Cut out the middleman, bro.
Cut out the middleman. Y'all can make worlds together.
Like, that didn't make sense to me. You have ego out here
planting seeds,
making other celestial beings, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see. You have this great godlike creature that has to go make a world. Imagine you making a world. You know, I ain't even gonna go there. I was about to get a little X-rated for a minute. But, like, because I mean, that's what you're doing. You know, you basically making a sex toy for yourself, and then you're impregnating this sex toy as it and destroying it at this. Whatever, man. I'm gonna just keep it pushing, man. that was just the more I think about it, it's just weird to me. Like I said, there's some goofy shit going on, man. It's
like
really
if they had just left it the way that like you said, if they they left it the way how the comics is, or just left out that part completely, like I would probably be like, okay, but then again, they wouldn't have a reason for the Eternals to be on Earth besides fighting the deviants.
You do. Because think about what their story was. There's until they found out that they were robots and the world was gonna blow up because the Eternals out here having sex with Earth. If they their story was, we're here to protect humans. That's it. And that's still their story. The story is still to protect humans.
Protect humans, but not interfere in their wars.
Right.
And that's what their story is.
That's the lie they was told.
Right. And that, I mean, who cares? It still could have been a lie. It still could have been a lie. You know what I'm saying?
It was a lie. They were told that their mission was to protect the humans. That wasn't the case.
This is the thing. That the picture I got up on the dude on the left, that's the judge. That's the judge. He comes in after they do the experiment, and after however many millennia, they come back and they look at humankind and see which way it goes. He judges the world. He says yay or nay. You know what I'm saying? That should have been the storyline. That should have been the judge is coming. When the judge shows up, he either gonna say yeah or nay. And if he say no, Earth is done. That would have gave the Eternals a reason to either turn on the Celestials after being told a lie that they supposed to just be here to protect, you know what I'm saying, humankind. Once they find out that no, that's not it, and we're just a part of a big experiment. Shit, nobody likes to be experimented on, right?
Right.
This big experiment. Now you have conflict, because even the conflict that Icarus had, and what made him go kill Ajax, I was like, wait a minute, bro, you just taking this shit way too far.
And why he's an asshole.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the blink of an eye, he was like, nah, you got to go because I know they're gonna come to you. And then it's like, bro, hold on, man. You don't even know what the fuck going, like, because he didn't know what was going on. But
here's the thing. This is what I gathered from Icarus. He wasn't like the other Eternals. Like all the other Eternals had some type of human connection with the humans. He even said it to Siri when they were in the village. He was like, I'm trying to be near you so I can learn how to, how to like basically like love these people. He never had any connection to the human race, which was why it was so easy for him to take Ajax out. He's like, shoot, I don't give a damn about these people.
No, I get
this planet.
I think not having a human connection, right? But he was so in love with Cersei that he would have did anything for Cersei, because this is how they laid it out. Remember that scene where they first wake up, got Earth, Cersei looking at Earth and she says it's beautiful. Icarus didn't look at Earth at all. Icarus looked at her and said, "Yep, it sure is." You know what I'm saying? That was the foreshadowing, letting us know that she was in love with planet Earth. He was in love with her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he would have did anything for her. And it got to me, what got stupid at the end was he went over there to kill Cersei or to stop her or whatever. And then he was like, nah, it's Cersei. I can't. Like, what? You know?
he was like, it's too
good. Like, no, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. What up? That, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, he should have been, his conflict should have been with Cersei. Like, it should have been, Cersei should have been like, nah, Icarus, we can't be out here. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Why is Arishem or why is you know what I'm saying, a Celestial going to be born? I need to know more. And Icarus should have been like, you know what? You're right. Because I'm a father, because I'm a simp for you all day long. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was. Now, where did he go? Remember, she said she lost or he disappeared for, I forgot how many years.
Oh, where's my phone?
So where did he go for all those years? Was he just kicking it? Was he just in a cave somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, where did he just disappeared? You know what I'm saying? And then when he finally showed back up, when the Deviant showed back up, they ain't even try to explain where the fuck Icarus had been for. I think they hadn't seen each other since what? The times of the Mayans?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah.
You been at, nigga? Imagine some yo dude just walking out on you.
Ajax was like, y'all free. And he was like,
But he was so in love with Cersei that he just he dipped out. Like, that relationship is complicated and unrealistic, even on an immortal level. That was unrealistic to me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just Cersei stayed behind, kicking it with the people. He dipped out. Where did you go, nigga? Did you fly off to another planet? Since you want to fly into the sun at the end of the movie, did you fly off to another planet? Where did you go? You know what I'm saying? And that made no sense neither. I guess
it went with the story. Icarus flies too close to the sun.
The symbology of that.
Burned his wings, yeah.
Nope. That was
And
stupid.
then, I mean, they did kind of make that, they did hint at that too. There was like, that was just a story that Sprite made up during it when they were in, I guess, Greek times, and the story stuck. And that's when he left. He left then. And then that's when Sprite made the story up. That he flew too close to the sun. Yeah, that he flew too close to the sun, and that's why he disappeared.
Whatever, man. Like, but it sounds like I'm just going in on this movie, but it was I really enjoyed this movie, man.
It just was confusing. There obviously there are questions about things that happened in this movie. I mean, again, I'm not a diehard MCU fan or comic fan. It's just there are questions. Like, a lot of this stuff did not make sense. Like, why are we creating worlds just to destroy them and create more worlds? Like, why don't we just leave this world the way it is? And like you said, have somebody come and be the judge and be like, hey, these mofos ain't right. Kill them.
Because I mean, if you have the science experiment, the experiment don't go right, you wipe it clean, you start over. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do.
Right.
And I don't see why change that story up unless Chloe Zhao only got the bullet points on what a celestial is and what the eternal story is. Excuse me. If she only got bullet points and then she was like, I don't like those bullet points, and she just started freestyling, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I guess, but Kevin Feige, you know better. You know what I'm saying? I know you could have hired me. I would have said, nah, man, this even if they only did it to try to connect some dots moving forward for these next for phase 4, 5, and 6, to me, this isn't the best way to do it. And this, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people like, it was good, but I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I watch it once. I ain't gotta watch it again.
That's
me. Right. And that's not just you, that's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I probably plan on watching it again because I think it's a lot of
stuff to unpack.
I might have missed or whatever. But only for that reason. It wouldn't be for to try to an enjoyment reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be for that. It'd just be strictly, like I said, let me try to break down some stuff or whatever. And then we'll talk about this guy Eros. I don't have a picture of Pip the Troll. And he was voiced by Patton Oswalt. That dude is getting that work, man. Patton Oswalt that work. I'm for real. He's been on everything that Marvel's done. He's had some kind of hand in it. He was in Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was MODOK. And now he's Pip the Troll. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's getting work from Marvel. Marvel is keeping him employed. You know what I'm saying? Got Harry Styles. And I'm gonna ask her, what do you think of Harry Styles playing this character? And what would you want to see? And I kind of don't want to see Eros no more. I think this was cool.
Just kind of keep it as a one and done.
Yeah. Eros is a rapist. I mean, what, you know what I'm saying? He's a cosmic rapist. I don't really. He's a space R. Kelly. I'm trying to figure out.
Not space R. Kelly.
That's what he is. That's what he is.
That's a strong accusation.
Damn.
Eros is space R. Kelly, man. That's what he is.
I'm not. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Right there. You got that. Because I know nothing about this character, but if he's a space R. Kelly, yeah, we don't need no more of him. We good. We good. Swipe right.
Go do your research on Eros. Go do your research on Starfox. Go do your research on
I'm like, Eros, space R. Kelly.
His whole power is making people have sex with him. That's his power set. You know what I'm saying? You reading it now, huh? You reading?
I mean,
and he yeah, that's his power set. You know what I'm saying? He's the space R. Kelly. I mean, it's other things. It's other things that he's the Pied Piper.
I'm not.
It's other things that they can I guess I'm trying to figure out how do you get away from that. You know what I'm saying? Because especially in this, what we're living in 2022, 2021, 2022 going forward, how do you get away with Eros? You know what I'm saying? How do you get away with that? I mean, they had a field day with the way that they did Wonder Woman, what Patty Jenkins did Wonder Woman and Trevor, you know what I'm saying? And her taking advantage of Trevor because it was against his will, or the dude that Trevor possesses will, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that was a reach. I'm like, damn, y'all really reaching for this fucking Me Too type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, because like when I first watched it, that never even crossed my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like watching Wonder Woman 84, that never crossed my mind that, okay, she didn't really have sex with Trevor. She had sex with the other dude, and who knew he might not even want to have sex with Wonder Woman. You know what I'm saying? That never really
crossed people's minds.
Who mind did it cross? So you got Eros, the Pied Piper of space out here. You know what I'm saying?
I can't get over that.
You know what I mean? So I just want to see how they navigate those waters. You know,
I got you.
You got Pip the Troll, like a drunk troll who can teleport, and he's running around. You know what? Let's just go to the next slide. So you got the Black Knight. That was also like I said, we talked about the Black Knight. I want to know how they're gonna do his mythology. And I know Mika, you always bring it up. You're not no Marvel stan or whatever. But so Dane Whitman, who is the Black Knight, he's from a lineage of Black Knights. The Ebony Blade is a cursed blade. The more you use it, the more bloodshed, the more it makes you go insane. It also, think of like Wolverine's claws. It can cut through anything. It's physical and magical at the same time. This shit is powerful. It's powerful as hell. I want to see how they do that. I want to know, are we gonna see this young Thanos right here? Are we gonna get a young Thanos? Because that's another thing. Now that I think about a young Thanos, Thanos grew up. Like, I know the story of Thanos growing up and what he did to become the Mad Titan. You know what I'm saying? What? What? And
I mean, but if we move, okay,
go ahead. No, you got it. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna like, are we moving? Are we going backwards or are we moving forward? Because in this movie, they talked a lot about after the snap. That's all that's all they kept talking about. Why didn't you interfere when Thanos was, you know, on Earth? You know, what, you know, now that Iron Man and Captain America is gone, who gonna lead the Avengers? They talked about a lot of stuff that occurred after the snap.
Right.
So are we gonna move backwards and then we get a young Thanos? Or, I mean, with the introduction of Eros, or, I mean, how does this all play out?
Yeah, we're getting a young Thanos. I think we're getting a young Thanos. I was going back and forth with a dude on Twitter, and I kind of, you know what I'm saying, I don't really be caring about, I don't know if he was trolling or what, but I was going back and forth about, because I was like, I can totally see them bringing Thanos back. You know what I'm saying?
I'd see that too.
And he was like, nah, this isn't like the comics. You know what I'm saying? So I started naming them examples of where it's exactly like the comics, especially with bringing people back. I said, we just had the What If series. We just had Loki. You know what I'm saying? I said, they're giving you every cop out for them to bring somebody back. You know what I'm saying? That might not be a Tony Stark or something like that, but they're giving you every cop out to bring. I believe Black Widow's gonna come back. I totally believe that.
I think that was kind of hinted at.
I believe the original. Yeah, at the end of What If, I really believe. I believe that we can see the original Natasha Romanoff showing up in an MCU film down the line.
Especially since her and Disney kind of patched their things
Right.
up.
I can see that happening, right? He was like, nah, that only happens in the those are the dumb, that's the dumb way comics do things to sell comics and to make money. And I was like, yeah,
bro,
true.
we're talking about dumb things that movies will do to make money too,
to
right?
make money too, you know what I'm saying? and that's when I said, I'm like, Marvel just gave you What If. They just gave you Loki. They just
it didn't happen for no reason.
Right. They just gave you every cop out that they could to show you, hey,
we could do this.
We can do this if we want. You know what I'm saying? Let us figure out the best way that doesn't make it look stupid or make us look like we're pandering to just try to make some money off of you guys, and we'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Or if you just ask us enough, we'll do it. And I do think that they would cave to the pressure of the fans. If the fans say, man, bring us more Thanos, especially like Mika just said, we got Eros. Eros is the brother of Thanos. Are we getting a young Thanos like in this in the picture that I brought up? Or are we gonna go forward? And because this was my theory on bringing Thanos back. I was like, okay, Thanos died, snapped away. We didn't get that crazy, the real Mad Titan. We didn't get the one obsessed with death. What if we get that? The Thanos that comes back is more comic book accurate, because that's how it started off on Twitter. I was like, I could see him coming back and being a little bit more comic book accurate, being more obsessed with either how to beat death or how to, you know what I'm saying, not get snapped away, that would bring that affinity for death. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to go in him, but I was like, nah, bro, I ain't having that. Think everything that he said I had a counter for, and he just couldn't say, he couldn't say shit. But it's like I can totally see Thanos coming back.
Yep.
Being a big, badder, meaner Thanos. Matter of fact, look at how they kept trying to show him in What If. They didn't have to bring Thanos back in What If and do it the way that they did him.
That's true.
That Star-Lord episode,
yep.
Thanos didn't need to be in that.
Nope.
Right.
Whatsoever. At all. The zombie Ultron episode where the zombie Thanos showed up, or I'm sorry. The zombie episode where he showed up, he didn't have to be in that, and he didn't have to be in the Ultron episode.
He didn't have to be in pretty much any of those episodes.
He didn't have to be in none of those. But they kept making it a point and a fact to show you Thanos.
Then Thanos, that makes more sense. We're probably gonna get a young Thanos.
His presence, Thanos is the Darth Vader of the Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going away. He's not going away. Whether it's just his name being spoken in the background, or something that he did, his presence, or him materializing some form of fashion, Thanos is not going away.
Nope. Especially when they're playing with multiverse as well.
Right.
Whew.
And we ain't gotta go there.
Right.
He could show up anywhere.
So so now that we mention multiverses, the Celestials create different worlds.
Right.
And there's other Eternals out there.
Right. I got a question about this is why What If was so trash.
Okay.
Now they already had the concept for Eternals. I think the movie was done filming by the time they did What If. I think that. I don't know. At least the concept of the Celestials was there. Ultron sensed or killed everybody. Did he kill the Eternals? Did they die?
No. They didn't interfere.
No, but that's a threat that I think they would have interfered for.
Yep.
They should have. Should have. But did they?
Some shit like, hold on, bro. He getting rid of all our energy that we need to get this.
Right. You stepping on toes now. Do I need a
Right.
I got some people that's gonna beat your ass.
Right.
Did Ultron sense the Celestials? Why didn't he sense them? He sensed Uatu, but didn't sense the Celestials. It's question. You see what I'm saying? They need answers. And I know it's just What If, but I still need answers. And that's what I mean by they gave us something that was so short-sighted to where they didn't play by their own rules and they were just freestyling and spitballing. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't think about what was next to come.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know every director, whatever, doesn't need to talk to every other director or writer or whatever, but
they should.
They should, because the MCU's whole point is connectivity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And things touching and rubbing on one another. That didn't sound too good, but you know what I'm saying?
That was R. Kelly-ish.
That damn arrow's coming out, man. That arrow. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the question I got. You know what I'm saying? I think that they could have done it a little bit better in my eyes, with the thought process with the MCU, because it's starting to get convoluted, and we're slowly seeing that. We're slowly seeing that it's a lot of these loose threads, these strings that can be pulled, and you know what I'm saying, open-ended. You know what I'm saying? Starting off, they was real tight. And I know everything's not gonna be perfect. I get that, you know what I'm saying? But man, it's about to be way more questions, or way more, let me not say questions, way more loose ends than anything. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get real ragged. That's how I look at it.
I buy that for sure.
About to get real ragged. Any more questions when it comes to the Eternals?
I'm good. I gotta watch this now.
Go ahead and watch it one more time so I can take what I know now and go and watch it.
Who was your favorite?
I'm gonna wait for it to hit on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I know, right? You said Makkari was your favorite character, right? Anybody besides her that stuck out to you? Matter of fact, let's do it real quick. Good, bad, ugly.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta pull up my list of Eternals.
Just to wrap it up, good, bad, ugly.
Definitely bad. Icarus, the worst. I didn't like his character at all. Like, I just wanted to punch him in the face.
Which means that the actor did his job.
The actor that played him?
Yeah, because he was supposed to be an asshole. So
I think the actor did a good. I think the actor did a good job conveying him as an asshole. Because
that's what I'm saying. The actor.
I mean, but still, are we talking about the acting skills, good, bad, ugly, or just my characters overall?
The character. Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna give him ugly because, like, just because he was an asshole. Probably bad would be Druid. I think that's how you say his name, because he became an asshole. Like, he was just like, you know, he's
was
like,
was he like right?
I mean, okay. In some senses, he was right. Like he knew what his power was. He knew all he could do. He could do in 1 second and wipe out all wars, all conflict. Like he knew what he was capable of, but he also he forgot the mission, right? He forgot the mission. We do not interfere. He interfered, and that's why I was like, I don't. And then he became cocky with it, because he's like we've lived here in peace in the rainforest for all these years, you know. And I'm like, yeah, you're living in the rainforest. You're not in Chicago. Like, you know, like you're nowhere near civilization. So of course you've been living happily ever after with these people that you control with your mind. Right. So he got too I'm saying he had good intentions, but he just got too big for his ego.
Right.
So and of course I love Makkari. But honorable mention, I love I have a hard time saying her name. Cersei, yes, I love her too, because she showed the humanity of the Eternals. I liked her. she showed the humanity side. Like you could really tell that she cared about the earth and humans and wanting us to. I mean, if she had known then what she had found out later on, she probably would have tried to stop it way back then.
Yeah, I guess.
Now everybody else probably would have been like, give a damn, die.
Right.
Like she connected with Earth from the beginning. So
she did. She did.
She's my honorable mention.
I'm cool with that. My good, bad, ugly. Good being Makkari. I just, you know what I'm saying? It was just dope seeing her in action. Beautiful black Mexican woman. But just the way that they showed her skill set and the way that she whooped up on Ikaris at the end, I just thought that shit right there. I was like, hell yeah, whoop his ass, dog.
She was like,
you know what I'm saying?
For the run these circles around the ass and
She put them hands on him. That was the good. Bad, I already talked about. Phastos. I ain't gonna go there no more. And ugly for me was the lack of Ajax. I think we should have gotten more Ajax, which is what you call it?
Selma
Hayek. I think we should have.
Yeah, they cut her screen time short.
Yeah, but she has signed on for and that's what I told dude too. Like Ajax is coming back. She signed on for more films. I don't know if it'll be flashbacks or what, but I'm pretty sure it won't be flashbacks. You know what I'm saying? Because the flashbacks really don't have no bearing of going forward in it, unless they start retconning some shit and throwing mutants and apocalypse and all these other things into it. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
Which, to me, also goes into the bad of this film. This film, to me, should have planted the seeds of a lot more MCU things to come.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't do that. That's what for me it failed to do. It failed to show me the reason where mutants come from. You know what I'm saying? It failed to show me maybe some Fantastic Four stuff. Skrulls. A lot of people don't know Skrulls and Kree. They are experiments of the Celestials. You know what I'm saying? That's that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? So, well, actually, the experiments of the Eternals, not the Celestials. I'm sorry. There's experiments of the space fair, because you have two separate Eternals. You got the Eternals, the Earthbound Eternals, and then you got the Eternals that ventured off into space. The Earthbound Eternals are the ones we just got the story about. The ones that ventured off into space were Thanos's people. His dad, Alaris, and his mom's name is Suzanne. I don't know why they just didn't call her Susan, but
he said to be special. Okay.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, that's my good, bad, and ugly. So, in all, I like I said, top 10 MCU movie for me. For me, Mika, what you think?
I'm gonna go ahead and give it. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
What is that? Right.
That's my review. But as far as MCU movies, definitely in the top 10. Like,
okay,
yeah, I think it's top 10. I think it's top 10. Now let's do a little bit more moving on to some of these, because I see Kobe's eyes is drooping. Let's wake Kobe up, man.
He's like, y'all talking Eternals, and y'all ain't. I'm not in this conversation. God dang it! I ain't seen the damn movie.
Yeah. Let's talk this Spider-Man leaks. Let's talk about
it. This is where my eyes start drooping.
No, you're gonna be in on this just like everybody else, man. So John Camp, which I watch this show, man, it's a pretty good show. John Campea, and I think he did this shit on purpose, released these photos. This one and this one.
Right.
I knew it.
He released
I knew it.
It's crazy. He was like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Somebody sent me these. I don't know if they're real or fake. What do y'all think? And then he released it, right?
Yep.
And he put his damn watermark on it. Now, if you get a leak photo or whatever like that, and you put your watermark on it, it's real. It's real. You know what I'm saying? If it was some fake Photoshop type stuff, you would just put the photo up.
Yeah, you wouldn't have. Yeah.
Sony, I think some Sony reps came at him and asked him who was his source, where did he get these photos from? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. this is real deal.
That's
Yep.
real.
This is real deal. We got Matt Murdock, Peter Parker, Aunt May, and Happy right here at the table. Like, this is not Photoshop.
Nope.
Right.
This shit is,
Right.
if it's Photoshop, this is some dope
It's
ass.
very good Photoshop.
Y'all are good at
Yeah,
that.
we need to hire them, you know what I'm saying? Hire them ASAP, because this shit is, you know what I'm saying? But no, this is real. This is real deal right here, man. Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield. This is and well, at least they're not on that bridge no more, you know what I'm saying? But because it seems like every picture that's come out from this movie, they've been on this damn bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, did the whole movie take place on this damn bridge? You know what I'm saying? But Tom Holland, Tom Holland has come out and said that they're not in the film. That Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, they're not in the film, and he was like, "Y'all need to believe me. That's not what's happening. They're not in the film." Now,
I would lie too.
Well, my thing is,
why is Happy in the film?
Well, Happy's been in all his films.
He's been all
yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, why if he's not in the film, then why are they include? Why would they show a screenshot or this screen still of Happy being? Because Happy is tied to that Spider-Man, right?
Right. This is, and I think I said this before. If I remember correctly, it came out that they were shooting 2 Spider-Man films, right? Wasn't that a rumor at one point in time that the production company had 2 LLC companies?
I don't know if I remember that or not.
So if that's what I remember hearing, maybe they're not in this movie and they're in the next movie that's coming along. If they did shoot 2 movies at once, maybe Tom Holland is right. They're not in No Way Home. They're in the next Spider-Man movie that we're doing.
I believe it when I see it.
That's a strictly Sony movie. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's just me reaching for a star and just throwing that out there. But this first screenshot right here, Daredevil is a Marvel character.
Yep.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
These 2 guys, they're Sony characters. Well,
yep. Correct.
All 3 of these guys.
All three of them now. Yeah.
Sony characters. That's why I'm looking at it like maybe, and like I said, it's a stretch, it's a reach. Maybe because I thought I had heard something about there being 2 LLCs, that this is for something totally different. Something, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like if that was the case, it would have to come out very, very, very shortly after No Way Home comes out.
I think it does.
But that would make sense as to why they pushed their entire schedule after No Way Home and kind of left it wide open.
Yeah, because after Sony has no. When does Craven come out? When does, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have anything next up other than the Spider-Man.
Morbius is
that's
January.
Right. Morbius is in January. So imagine you come out with Spider-Man, Morbius, and then I hit you with another actual Sony Spider-Man.
That would be pretty crazy.
I mean, we haven't gotten another trailer, which I don't even particularly think that they need another trailer.
Nah, I think they need, at this point, we're within 30 days of the movie being coming out.
Mm-hmm. They don't necessarily need and that's another thing too. I'm like, shit. This is gonna be the craziest Spider-Man movie ever.
But that's another thing though. Like, and this is kind of why what you're saying makes sense. They don't tell us what's going on in the film. We get all this stuff, and it, you know what I'm saying? They hit us with like how they hit us with Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out 6 months later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's just a theory. I was just throwing it out.
It's interesting. It's an interesting theory.
I thought I had heard that they had 2 LLC companies for the Spider-Man movie. And if you know what I'm saying, normally,
or it's a 2-parter.
Right, or it's a 2-parter. And that could even be another thing. This could be Matrix all over again. You know what I'm saying? Right. The Matrix sequels all over again. 2-parter. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe they show up in a post-credit scene and then boom, off for the next movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's reports of it's going to be around 8 villains in this movie. That sounds like a lot of villains. It's
Yep.
reports. This just reports. So 8
A lot.
villains, right, for one movie. So that goes back to me thinking 2 movies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Either or those villains could just be real, quick cameos, stuff like that. I don't know. Andrew Garfield hasn't said anything. Tobey Maguire's mouth is signed, sealed, delivered. Like you ain't heard nothing from these 2 guys. Ain't even really other than that one. Andrew Garfield did that one interview on the late night.
He's done a couple, and he's denied it every single time.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has played up a little bit, but Toby ain't. Where's Toby at? Where's Kirsten? What's her name? Kirsten Dunst. Where's she at? Because she's supposed to be in a movie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and remember how many scripts was it floating around, Kobe, at one point in time?
Yeah, there was a lot.
A lot. It was a lot of scripts.
At least 5, yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, I'm just looking at it. Two movies make sense to me, or like you said, a 2-parter, something like that just makes sense to me. And plus, look at what Tom Holland is wearing his regular Spider-Man suit.
Mm-hmm.
All the promotion is him in this Iron Spider suit. And then don't forget, he also has to put on the magic suit.
Yep.
We haven't seen any of that in none of the, you know what I'm saying? There, we haven't seen any reason for him to put the magic suit on, even though we know he's supposed to put it on, right?
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Also, Rob from Geek, what it is, Geek Explain.
Mm-hmm.
He said he had the same notion that I had. I don't know if you remember. I brought up Moreland as a bad guy because
I saw that video too.
Yeah, remember I brought him up a couple months back. I was like, shit, with all these Spider-Man running around, it would make sense for Moreland to show up,
right,
in the second film, 2-parter. What if he's the big bad of the Spider-Verse or Sony's? You know what I'm saying? Because they need a big bad. Venom isn't a bad guy.
Nope.
Morbius isn't going to be a bad guy. They need a bad guy. Who's the bad guy? Moreland would make sense. Moreland is actually probably Spider-Man's most strongest, most powerful villain. He's like he's up there. You know what I'm saying? Top villain for Spider-Man, but he kind of, bogus to the Marvel and whole. But to me, that would make sense. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm just throwing these things out here, man. Just throwing these things out here. Don't know. What you think, Kobe? Give me your expertise, my guy.
I would say, and that's the thing. It just with the way all the leaks that have come out, for every leaks that I've seen, the movie would have to be 4 hours long. All of that to make sense.
It's a lot.
It's a lot that has come out. 2 movies make sense. Now that you say that, it makes a lot of sense because of how much ground they have to cover with the story. If we're talking giving them enough screen time to where it makes a difference of them even showing up, it has to be the first movie sets up the villains, and it ends in a cliffhanger. You know what I'm saying? And then they wrap up the story in the second film. They keep comparing it to, they keep saying like
Endgame.
John Watts, he kept saying Spider-Man Endgame. You know what I'm saying? So that's the play on words. You know what I'm saying? That's the misdirect.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, that would be very interesting.
Like I said, the more I thought about it, I was like, man, it's like you said, it's just too much. It's too much going on. You gotta. This is 2 movies worth of story
all day long.
Them showing up, and unless this is the only scene there, and this right here, and then they splash and jump in the water and disappear, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You got Doc Ock, you got Electro, you got Green Goblin. You know what I'm saying? You have Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? I guess he's just a quick cameo. I don't know if he's popping in and out. You still have to deal with the aspect of his student life, which would be his friends,
Yep.
right? What's going to be going, because if you notice, every Spider-Man movie follows a theme.
Yep.
The students are involved in all his movies, no matter what. From what it was, Homecoming, Far From Home, and now No Way Home.
Right.
All this, you know what I'm saying? Flash, MJ, Ned, and then just his class. Don't forget the two teachers,
JB Smoove and
the other guy. You know,
the other teacher, right?
There has to be a story, or that storyline has to involve the students or his class some kind of way.
Right.
So that's the theme of what's been going on. The whole thing of him, the whole Doctor Strange thing, that by itself is a movie.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That by itself is a movie. And they keep showing us this damn bridge. What does the bridge mean? Is this
That's where that's where they're gonna go into the multiverse.
are we bridging? You know what I'm saying? Are we bridging two things together?
Right.
Are we bridging multiverses together? What are we doing? Are we bridging the Marvel universe to the Sony universe, vice versa? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
The No Way Home. Is Spider-Man now just stuck strictly in the Sony verse, and that's what we're getting with these three Spider-Man right here? He's just stuck kicking it with old dude and maybe a middle-aged, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? The three spider tears right here. What are we getting? It's a lot.
We're getting the multiverse Spider-Man live action version.
Live action, man.
No
It's Spider-Ham gonna show up and all these other people, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a lot going on. I'm saying that jokingly.
I don't know if I don't know if I remember or heard this incorrectly. You said Miles Morales was supposed to be somewhere in this movie too, and they were talking about it.
See, look, they have hinted at that too.
See,
yeah, I mean,
we're getting into the Spider-Verse. That's what we're getting. That's what it looked like.
It's a lot,
but through Doctor Strange, like Doctor Strange is probably going to be the one that brings all these different Spider-Man in here, because he was like 8 villains to fight. I can't fight them alone. I need you to bring in all the Spider-Man from different multiverses. Oh wait, we talked about multiverses in What If.
but right. But remember the thing too, it has to make sense.
Yeah,
it has to make sense. This is a Spider-Man movie. It's a lot riding on this movie. It has to make sense. You know,
gotta have a twist that nobody is talking about.
Right.
Even, like I said, I feel like at this point, with the being Toby and Andrew being in the movie, that's not even the twist, because everybody knows it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be a surprise. It would be more of a surprise if they weren't in the movie.
Yeah.
At this point, so there's a twist that nobody's revealed, nobody's talking about. There's a twist that's going to happen in this film.
Yeah, 2 movies.
Yeah.
MJ's going to become the female version of Spider-Man in a different multiverse.
I think she's going to die.
Yeah, I think MJ dies.
Damn.
I think Aunt May dies too.
You think Aunt May dies?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's dying. There's going to be some deaths in this movie, though.
Yep.
In-game level.
Right.
Is what they keep saying. In-game level.
I wouldn't doubt it if Happy died. Somebody gonna go. Somebody gonna bite it.
Yeah. Yep. But I also have one more story I want to talk about.
Okay.
Wake 'em up. Hold on. Turn. Yeah. and show Black Panther 2.
Oh, I know where we're going.
I swiped right on it as soon as it came up on Google. Goodbye.
Black Panther 2. Now it's a lot of they've canceled or they've paused production on Black Panther 2, saying that it's because Letitia Wright is still injured. But a lot of people are like, what, y'all could just shoot, y'all could continue shooting, because I'm pretty sure she shouldn't be in every scene unless all the scenes that you got to shoot
are hers.
Or just hers. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that, but I think a lot of people are like, it's some other shit going on the set of this Black Panther Wakanda Forever, no Chadwick Boseman film. We know that she's unvaccinated. A lot of people coming after her for that. I'm not coming after her for that. I don't think she wants to do the film. I saw a tweet, or somebody posted a tweet saying that they should halt Black Panther. They should halt Black Panther production. She liked it, or they should scrap the. That's what they said. They should scrap the film. She liked that tweet. I think a lot of this has to do with them not recasting T'Challa. Honestly, I'm gonna put this out there. I think a lot of it has to do with them not recasting T'Challa and the story being stupid.
Yep.
I've heard they want to bring his child in. That he has here. What? Like, what? I'm gonna say that again. What?
Yeah.
Right. That makes no sense.
She says she doesn't, and this is from, she says she doesn't want to be Black Panther. Letitia Wright says she does not want to be Black Panther. I don't know if it's because of the physicality in that role, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, because you know what I'm saying, I know you get stunt doubles, and that's another thing too. A lot of people like, shit, they can just get stunt doubles to shoot some more of, you know, some of the stuff
her action scenes.
You know, right? They shouldn't have to halt production this way. So I'm gonna ask you guys: Do you guys think it's more than what they're telling us is going on that set?
I definitely believe that, because I mean, from the beginning, like she didn't even seem like all too excited about doing Black Panther 2. Like she wasn't all into. She wasn't like, from my gathering, she wasn't into it the way that, you know, she was with the first one, you know, like, so I think from jump, she was just like, no, and I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to make sure I'm not in this movie. So I think it's more to it, and they're just saying that she's injured, to try to salvage what has already been done, because I read somewhere that they had already shot all the scenes that she's not in. And I was like, well, that don't make sense. Like, how do you shoot all the scenes that she's not in, but and you leave only the scenes that she's in left? Like that don't make sense to me. So that's why I was like, that was a red flag for me. I can see like, once we get to next year, like I think right now they are trying to see if they can even salvage this movie at this point. Like, do we go ahead and recast T'Challa? Do we go ahead and recast the Shuri character as well? I think they are scrambling right now, trying to make this out. Trying to figure this out, because she obviously doesn't want to be in this movie. We know she don't. I mean, she liked the whole, somebody saying they should scrap this movie. She don't want to be in this movie.
Yeah, no, I don't think she wants to be in. So and I think it's because, I mean, you had what's the white dude who plays
Martin Short?
Not
Martin. No, Martin Sheen, maybe.
Nah, not Martin.
Something like that. I can't think of what his name is. Yeah,
he, you know what I'm saying, when the film first started shooting, he said the script, he was like, I wonder, he was kind of, you know, unsure, like, I wonder how they're gonna bring this together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think a lot of people are looking at it like that. How are y'all, you know what I'm saying? How y'all really gonna bring this together with no T'Challa?
Right.
You got Namor, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. Maybe the introduction of Dr. Doom, who knows? no T'Challa, but you want to have his kid. Where did the kid come from?
When did this happen?
He's
Was
gone
it
for
before or
5
after the snap?
He's been gone for 5 years. Where does kid come from?
Right.
And that kid looked like a whole 5-year-old.
Right. Like, what? And I'm like you said, I think they're scrambling. They want to try to get a story together. Right now, I think the hashtag has been recast T'Challa, but I think a hashtag finna start is scrap the Black Panther. Like, just scrap it.
Right.
Or turn this into the Wakanda series. Just turn it into a Disney Plus series.
Right.
But this, you know what I'm saying? This is not working. It's not working. It's because they were saying, oh, it's too soon. You know, some people saying it's too soon. It's been a year since he passed, and it's going to be another year by the time the movie comes out. If that, because they pushed it back. You know, well, they said it's still on schedule. It's not on schedule. That's not on
schedule. It will be done by now.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be 2 years removed from the late great Chadwick Boseman's passing. You could have recast it and not said nothing.
Yep.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Scrap the movie altogether.
Scrap the movie altogether. Come up with the best story you can come up with. Or do the Wakanda, because they announced the Wakanda series before they announced the sequel to Black Panther 2. I mean, we knew we were getting a sequel, but it hadn't been announced yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think majority of people was cool with the Wakanda series, because they're trying to make it like Black Panther is going to show what Wakanda is like. You know, that's why it's called Wakanda Forever. Nigga, just give us the series.
Right. Right.
And what Wakanda is like.
We're good.
We're good. Give me your 6 episodes of Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? Shuri, Nakia, Okoye, you know what I'm saying? Ayo, I'm sorry. And we're good. You know what I'm saying? Then you give me Black Panther 2. You know what I'm saying? Then you give me that. You give me a good story. You give me Namor, because who is Namor gonna be fighting? Shuri?
Right.
That rivalry don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? That's not even in Namor's wheelhouse.
Nope.
He'll try to sleep with Shuri before he end up fighting her.
Right.
That's not Namor. Namor is a chauvinist. You know what I'm saying? Like, his whole thing is nobility, and I got a penis between my legs. I'm a male. I'm strong. I'm the king of Atlantis, and I'm better than everybody. And I'm a man. And I'm a man. And I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he wouldn't even want to lay hands on Shuri, because he would feel that would be beneath him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. It just don't work. Not if you're trying to give me a real Namor. And I think that's the Namor you go for. You want Namor to be as unlikable as he can be. Like how you said Icarus was an asshole. You need Namor to be that times 10.
Right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To convey how big of a pain in the ass Namor, because all he is really is just a big pain in the ass. His whole thing is just, I'm a big pain in the ass.
Please scrap Black Panther 2, because I can't see Shuri fighting this dude.
I don't. Yeah.
I can't see, like, even if she had the strength of the Black Panther, she couldn't do it.
Just scrap Kevin Feige. Who's the director?
Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
Just scrap it. Give us the series. Give us the series. We're good. We'll be good with that.
Yeah. Scrap it. Give us the series, man.
And then introduce your recasted T'Challa in that series. Let people get warmed up to him, and then do Black Panther 2.
Right. Because the thing is, it's 50-50 anyway. Either people
gonna like it or they're gonna hate it.
Or they're gonna hate it.
Right.
And that's with both things. 50-50 on the recast and 50-50 on not recast.
Right.
I think you go with one to where you can tell the better story.
Yep. Let the chips fall wherever they may.
And you know what I'm saying? Trust me, they'll stay along for the ride.
Yeah.
They might be like, oh, I don't like him as T'Challa, but guess what? They'll watch Black Panther 3. They'll watch Black Panther 4. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna jump off the bandwagon just because it's not Chadwick anymore, because everybody understands Chadwick passed away.
Right.
He passed
They
away.
just want to see.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
want to
And
see how you gonna shoot yourself in the foot going forward.
that's what they're doing with a big shotgun too.
Yep. Whole foot off.
Whole foot gone. So I'm like, nah, man. The more I read about this Black Panther Wakanda Forever production, it's got to go.
Didn't Disney Plus stay on Friday?
Yeah, but a lot of things are coming out today. And I was like, damn, did it start today? But I'm seeing a lot of executives and stuff make comments. Like, that's one of the comments came out was about the person said, we're really going to honor Chadwick Boseman in this film, blah, blah, blah. I know, like, shut up, man. You know,
recast him.
Capitalize
Right,
on that
recast
shit.
him.
Yeah.
Recast him. If you want to honor him, recast the Black
now.
T'Challa.
A lot of Disney things being pushed back to late 2022. So we probably get this. What's finished? We'll get Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange, and we might not see another Marvel film until late 2022 because I don't know if I think they're trying to blame it on COVID. I don't know, but they pushed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things got pushed back. I think it's them trying to connect some dots and some things fell out of order. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think they got to
tighten
clean
up the reins a little bit.
Gotta tighten it up, right?
Tighten it up. Them loose ends that y'all left in these other movies, make other movies so we can get this back together.
That's what I think because and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that because we had in 2 weeks we got Hawkeye coming. We'll have Spider-Man, Morbius. Like it's a lot of things enough to hold us over. I put it to you like that. It's enough. They pushed Miss Marvel back. Like they pushed a lot back. You know what I'm saying? So Marvel get right, man. I told you, Kobe. I told you they're gonna start stumbling, man.
Yep.
They're gonna start stumbling. This the start.
Trip. This is the trip.
It's the trip right here, man. This the trip. But yeah, that's really, really all I got. If y'all want, unless y'all want to add to anything.
Guardians of the Galaxy started filming today, part 3.
They did. Yeah.
I think that might be some of their saving grace, but I feel like James Gunn's gonna give them probably the best Marvel film they've ever had, and then he's gonna walk away and be done with them forever.
Yeah, I think James Gunn wants to. Well, he said he was done with Marvel.
Marvel.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go over to the DC side. I think it makes sense.
Yep, I think so too.
I mean, because the Suicide Squad was not a bad. I guess it came out in the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it was not to me, it was not a bad film. I just think that name, the Suicide Squad, its name, its brand or whatever, it's just tarnished. It's bad.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was. A lot of people like, I ain't like the first movie. Why would I go see this one? You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's a different movie. I don't care. I ain't trying to see this shit. You know what I'm saying?
It still has Harley Quinn in it.
Right. But not to jump on DC. I also was tweeting out some shit. And I was like, I said, the dude, I forgot what he tweeted. Why? What it was. It was something about a movie that DC was doing, and I was like, yeah, that's because they're too busy giving us, or they're too busy announcing movies that nobody asked for. You know what I'm saying? Like they just keep announcing shit that nobody asked for, but all the shit that people are running around asking for, Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? Ain't showed up. Not one iota, not an inkling, not a thought, not a footnote on a page somewhere, not a scrabble piece of pull something out your pocket. Hey, maybe Green Lantern. Like none of that.
Teen Titans. They got all the opportunity for live action Teen Titans movie.
But you holler When I heard Zatanna, I was like, "What? Who?
Stop it.
Zatanna?
Stop it.
Just what? Like she's a character you throw in a movie, not give her own shit. You know what I'm
Blue
saying?
Beetle, things like that.
Blue Beetle.
Stop it. Yeah, y'all are doing the wrong things.
I didn't ask for that. Nobody asked for that.
Well, you're getting it, okay? You're getting it.
Everybody said, make the shit that you gave us, just correct your shit. Give us the proper, you know what I'm saying? Give us the proper shit that you're supposed to give. Nobody asked Black Superman. Who asked for a black fucking Superman? I don't want a black.
Michael B. Jordan asked for it, and he got it. He the only one to ask for that shit.
I'm not asking for no black Superman, but I asked for Michael B. Jordan.
He can. Well, the thing is, he can do Icon. See, that's my thing is do things like that. You have a black Superman. His name is Icon. You don't need to go make, not saying that these other, well, no, they are made up, but you don't have to go and try to make a black Superman and a black Clark Kent. You don't have to
that takes away from the character.
You don't have to do that.
You automatically have to fight an uphill battle.
That's the same, because all that, you know what that is? That's the same headline of saying Superman's bisexual.
Right.
That's all it is. It's for clicks and likes.
Right.
That don't make for a good story.
Nope.
That's right. We're just gonna get the same story in a black version.
A black version, right? That don't make a good story. Because my thing is
he gonna land in the hood?
And somebody asked I saw a meme going around about Fastos, like, nigga, where you was at doing slavery?
Oh man.
He could not interfere.
Oh man.
But still, I mean, we could have used that technology. Where the hell was you?
Right.
They was asking that question because he went all teary-eyed when they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima, right?
Yeah.
Oh, humanity, nigga, what?
Right.
This is what caused you to lose faith in humanity. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold up.
Wow.
This is what caused you. This right here, huh?
Man, you deserve to be fish slapped. With two of them.
Oh man. But
that makes all the sense.
Right.
Where were you?
Where were you? It's like
you're gonna create a whole machine for the Mayans, but
right.
you couldn't create weapons of mass destruction for black people.
Terrible.
But no, he was not supposed to interfere in Earth conflict.
Yeah,
that was the rule. But the other dude interfered. You want to break the rules just once?
Right.
No, he gave them the atomic bomb. That's what they were showing, that he gave
them the atomic bomb. Yeah.
Or he gave them the means to make that.
See.
I guess Albert, gave it to Einstein or whoever taught him, E equals mc squared type.
Shame on you.
We
needed you.
Yeah. Nah, let him be enslaved.
I'm not supposed to interfere. What?
Sit back and just watch.
I mean,
he slept. I told you.
Where was he at? So
he was not in the U.S. That's where he was.
Wasn't there?
Nah.
So
he wasn't in the U.S. That's where he wasn't. He's like, oh, they killing people that look like me. Oh, nigga all the world.
Cersei, what was Cersei doing? You know what I'm saying? Since she loved humans so much.
She was with the, the beautiful people down in South America, loving the trees and stuff. Making rocks into water.
Water, right? Yeah, what was I needed some water when I never.
They are not supposed to interfere.
Never mind.
Me, you consider this whole plantation into a swimming pool?
I mean, what was Harrison gonna do? Like, what he was gonna show up like, hey, look, man, they supposed to stay slave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
he wasn't gonna do shit. He didn't even know that they had did nothing.
Right.
I think because one somebody said that Icarus didn't fly into the sun. He went and told on everybody.
Oh, snitching, bitch.
Right.
They down there doing some shit, boss. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
You might want to go ahead and wake that one up.
Right.
yeah, hey. So, but yeah, man, that's funny though. But if y'all don't have nothing to add, man, we could finish it up, wrap it up. Y'all got any plans, any more videos that you want to do? I actually want to do a video on that I'll probably be doing on I might do like all the Celestials, who they are. You know, pick a Celestial one each week. I'm gonna try to do that. That might be a tall task, but I'm gonna try to do that. Like, because I think it's 7 main Celestials, so I'm gonna try to do that every week. Try that.
Clifford the Big Red Dog just came out today, so gonna take the kiddo to go see that.
I was the Blues Clues guy myself.
If there ain't no Cleo, no T-Bone, there's no Clifford.
I'm just saying, you came in on that. We talking about Clifford from the there was no T-Bone and Cleo in the books.
Well, see, I didn't read the books. We're talking about way before me.
They were in
show.
They were
I
in
feel
the
you,
books.
but
They just added them in the TV show. He needed some playmates.
Exactly. So
they probably saw in the movie.
There are other dogs in the movie, but they didn't give them names, you know. And Clifford is not that huge in this movie. He's still like puppy, like he's a huge puppy. That's basically it. So, but Emily Elizabeth is in the movie, obviously, and her parent. She only has a dad, so a single parent home. So, yeah, like. I'm gonna see it because they showed it as a trailer during Eternals, and of course the kid is with me, and she's like, I want to see it. And I'm like, okay, I'll do the review on it too. And I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, Kenan Thompson's in it. He plays the vet in the movie. But I didn't recognize anybody else in the movie. But he's in the movie, so I was like, there's some comic relief in there. He plays Clifford's vet. So he's probably in like a couple of scenes, and then you'd probably never see him again.
Yep.
I'd like to stick him in movies like that.
I think, yeah, that's all I got to say about
that. Like I said, I got an interesting opinion about old Kenan Thompson.
I mean, he's
my interesting opinion about him. I tell you like this. All of his co-stars from when he was a child, all of their careers were ruined, and he's managed to be relevant for 35 years.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up, but I just wanted to say, yeah, Kenan.
Because I mean, he probably took the parts that nobody else would take. You know what I'm saying?
Took a part, all right.
Stop.
We ain't gonna talk about them dark Nickelodeon days. He took a part, all right.
But that's what. But I can't.
Right. Hey, like I said, my man's been relevant. It's been like 35 years.
True.
That dude's been relevant, and Kel can't even get a role for nothing.
Nah,
it's true.
Hey,
don't look. I don't know. what you call it?
You know what? The Pied Piper and other person's taking parts. Y'all on one tonight. Hold up. Should I come up with something? I don't know. I got nothing. My mind don't think that fast.
But yeah, so you said you're gonna do a review on Clifford the Big Red Dog.
No matter how bad it is.
It's probably gonna be bad to you. I'm gonna tell you that. You're an adult. and I don't think you're gonna view Clifford the way.
The same way.
Right, you know what I'm saying, and that's
I
why
mean, I read the books as a kid, so and I also watched the TV show. So I know about Chloe and Cleo and T-Bone
but I just think the way that you gonna absorb it with adult eyes versus because I read the book, then like you said, who didn't read Clifford growing up?
I personally just don't think that children's books like that don't translate well to movies.
I think the only movie that to me that was based on a book was probably Coraline, and that went dark.
Jumanji.
Jumanji, Jumanji too. I think if you're gonna do a live action version of Clifford the Big Red Dog, you're gonna expect that CGI is gonna be involved. Because how the hell you gonna make a big ass red dog, right? But movies like that don't. Again, you're like you said, they don't translate well. When you have to use CGI to like if they had made it maybe like they did Coraline, like they made it in that sense, where it was like a claymation type thing, like or like
how they did Captain Underpants, whereas animation half CGI,
right. And I could see Clifford being made like Captain Underpants. Like if they had did it that way, it probably would have been more appealing to kids. But because it's a live action CGI now, live action including with a CGI dog, and like,
right.
So we'll see. So y'all stay tuned for that review, no matter how bad it is.
Mika reviews.
Mika G.
Like I said, once I get a little bit of time, I'm gonna start doing movie reviews. I also am gonna review Guardians of the Galaxy the game on PS4 as soon as I finish it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna review it as well. And I'm gonna start doing movie reviews. Now, what I think I do want to do, I know we got Christmas coming up. Are we doing anything as far as Christmas goes?
Ooh, holiday movies.
Right, because, I mean...
Why are you making the face? There are a lot of good holiday movies.
I mean, if we're going to talk holiday movies...
Like Die Hard.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about no kids movies. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Come on, we adults.
Now
we thugging this out.
I thought you was finna hit me with like Home Alone, and you know.
That's so cliche.
They get done to death, man.
Right. It's so cliche. No, I'm talking about the movie.
They get done to death.
There's literally probably one of my favorite horror Halloween movies. Better Watch Out. That's one of my favorites. That is one of my favorites. So I'm talking about like them. I'm talking about them Christmas movies that's supposed to that you think is going to spread some holiday cheer, and then they come out of left field and slap you in the face. Kind of like Gremlins.
Gremlins. Yep.
Kind of like Gremlins.
Yeah.
Because you came in like, oh look, it's a cute little mugwump, and then it went.
Okay.
So that's like not non-traditional holiday movies, but still taking place during the holidays. And I don't just mean horror movies. I mean like Die Hard, things like that. There's plenty of movies that take place during the holidays that we could do besides Home Alone.
Nobody, you know what movie's underrated? And it's I guess it's a cliche holiday film, but what is it? Jingle Bells with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad?
Jingle All the Way. Yeah.
Jingle All the Way. So not too many people talk about that movie. Like that movie is funny as hell to me.
Yeah, right. It is. Yeah.
Like I don't want to talk about Elf or Home Alone. Like let's talk about Jingle All the Way. Like that's a movie that nobody really discuss. Like, but
when we're getting millions of views, then we'll do movies like that because then you have to. You're kind of obligated at that point.
Right.
Speaking of Sinbad, is Kazam real? Unfortunately, it's not, y'all. Unfortunately, it's not. I'm telling you, like I know everybody swore up and down they've seen that movie, but
I didn't see it. I saw it. It's etched in my memory. It's there, man. Damn. Matter of fact, I remember the VHS tape. It was the orange VHS tape.
Dog, we're talking about Kazam. You got Kazam and House Guest right next to each other, and blended them together, right? That's the only movie I remember Sinbad being in that time period.
What was his name? Michael Taylor Thomas was in it. The dude from Home Improvement.
Nah, dog.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yeah, ATT.
That's the name. He was in it. Huckleberry Finn. Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer.
He was Tom Sawyer. Yeah.
Was in it.
Whatever happened to him?
Tom Sawyer?
No, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Huckleberry Finn, really? Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, man.
But no, I would have. Yeah, I'm down for doing other holiday movies that take place during the holidays. But
I've seen one. I haven't watched it, but I've heard a lot about it, and I think I'm gonna check it out. It's a low budget film called Thanksgiving.
It sounds familiar.
It's like a killer turkey, and it's a really, really, really.
Oh, I saw that on Amazon Prime.
Check it out.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it. I was like,
you got to check it out, man. Like
a killer turkey.
It's a killer turkey.
Yeah, I might be there for that. I might be there. Is it like what was that? Was it Frosty?
Jack Frost.
Oh, Jack Frost.
I think it's along the same vein. Yes.
That was so. Now that, and they did like 3 of them.
Yep.
That movie looked like it cost $5 to make.
Yep.
In the sequel, he was able to shoot out little snowballs that they could bite you.
That shit was wild.
Krampus would be a good movie also to talk about.
Yep. I can do Krampus. That movie was dope. I actually like that one.
They did 2 of those.
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
And a movie that people
seen that one?
Or I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
I probably I think I came across it on I have seen that movie. Yeah, I've seen it.
Who's in it?
Bill
Goldberg.
Oh shit. Goldberg the wrestler?
Yeah.
He plays
Santa.
Get out of here, man.
And it sounds like we're just sticking to horror movies but another good one is A Christmas Horror Story.
Okay,
it's like an anthology, but it all ties together in the end. Like I remember the first time I watched it, it was sometime during the holiday season, about a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Yo, this goes on the list of movies that I watched during Christmas time." So, yeah, it's just a whole bunch. It's like I think it's like 3 or 4 different stories, and then there's a Krampus Krampus versus Santa story that wraps everything all together.
Nice. Okay.
We should get a full Krampus versus Santa story. Like that would be dope. That'd be dope.
Wait, I think there is one.
The Goldberg version of Santa versus Krampus.
You gotta watch that movie. That movie's a trip. That Santa Claus is badass. Like you don't fuck around, cuz.
I was like, look,
what?
Your ass bad, you gonna die.
Yeah.
You bad, you gonna die.
For a whole first 10 minutes of the movie is a family getting their ass whipped by Santa Claus.
I gotta watch
the whole family.
Oh, the whole family, right? Grandma, granddad, everybody.
Everybody.
Whoop, right.
I gotta watch this.
Yep, it's called Santa's Slave.
We need to come up with I don't know some kind of slogan or something for it, but when would you want to start it? We are in November, which is holiday time.
Like I said, I feel like group project be to watch. I don't know where you can watch it. I think it's on Shudder. The Thanksgiving, and do a review on it before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Because there's the first one, and then they skip the second. They skip Thanksgiving 2, and it goes to Thanksgiving 3.
Wait, on purpose?
It's on purpose.
Wow.
And I think if I'm not mistaken, the plot of the third movie is the turkey trying to figure out what happened to the second film. So that's kind of what intrigued me. I was like, wait a minute,
Oh man,
I got to go check this out. Got to.
what happened to the
All
Tokyo?
right. Yes, that's the homework. Go watch Thanksgiving.
I try to find that ASAP. As soon as we get off, I'm gonna go and try to find that. Thanks.
All right.
I am with it. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, I'm looking at it right now on
Oh yeah.
it literally goes from Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving 3. And it was a Kickstarter. It was a Kickstarter funded
It's
movie.
really low budget film, like really low budget.
That's crazy.
I'm watching
That's
that.
crazy.
Yep. Definitely gonna have to check it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was today's show, people. Thanks for watching Blues House Live. And don't forget to go to www.buymeacoffee.com/blueshouse if you want to donate to help this channel grow a little bit more. I'm Blue Minati. That's Mika. That's Kobe. And you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
Take it easy, BC.
I don't have a closing phrase.
All right. It's cool. You ain't got to have no closing phrase, man. You know,
Yeah, we good.
just be you, dog. Just be you.
Right.
Son.